Welcome to Suppressed Fest 2023. Alright, stop the montage for a second. I gotta add a few caveats to what's happened with this year's event. First off, it was only for a single day, so Sunday was canceled because of government interference. Second thing is that since Sunday was closed, this was a more packed event because you have everybody that bought their tickets on Saturday, and then you have people like me coming in that day because our day was canceled. So the event was a lot more packed, and I was not able to get to as many of the vendors as I was able to last year. And third point of order, I'm sorry if the camera angles were not that great. I didn't explain to my father / cameraman how I wanted the video to be done, but I just kind of we just kind of winged it pretty much for this year's event. Hopefully it's still coverage that you like, and well, enough blabber jabbing. I'll leave my opinions at the end of this video. So
He uses all of our products on his there we go, on his marksmanship camp rifles for the kids especially. So this is smoke, this is Cerakote based, and when you go shoot, I'll go on this guy. So yeah, not just a pretty face. When it happens, it's a functional transition. It lets you know, do not touch. Totally fine, don't touch that part. Because it turns out, if you try to touch something to find out if it's too hot to touch, it's not a good way to do that.
So you don't like, here, touch it.
Yeah, right. You would hope it's a lesson you only learn once, but that's usually not the case.
Yeah, exactly.
And so all these barrels have the smoke on them, and so these are through Cerakote shops. We are licensing our existing patents to Cerakote shops to be able to apply smoke for their customers. And then the objects we have available for retail sales today are these guys over here. These are a one size fits most silicone band. It's called a flare. So this is all the same exact band. You stretch it out, you slap it on your barrel, and then it gives you the same information. If you don't want to put a band on your really nice rifle, and we have it built into flat washers and crush washers. Totally covert, you have no idea it's even there until it pops up to give you the information you need when you need it, and then disappears in the background when you don't. And so everything is 100% made in America. For the show today, it is 1 for $10, 3 for $25, 5 for $35, and it's mix and match. So if you do 2 different color flares and a 5/8 crush wash or whatever, $25.
Nice. Case it better be.
Ready to shoot? There's 5 rounds for him.
Woo.
Yeah, you gotta get the mags in there. Try to keep your finger off that.
Full size over the 19, but
Hold this back and let it go.
nothing beats a staccato.
It's just gonna float, barely move. So much nicer. Watch this brass going forward. Then when he wows it down, you're gonna notice the brass is coming either straight out or right to the back a little bit. All the coil is smoothed out. Snappiness is gone.
Like it?
Oh yeah, it's awesome.
Good.
Need the money first.
And then go. You're on the safe. There you go. Son of a bitch. I know it goes too fast, right? Okay, so push that forward. Put your legs. There you go. Just charge it. So we use it.
A minute. Gotta get my ear chance.
Oh. Oh, it didn't lock back. The suppressor's probably stopping the gas. It's not back far enough. Probably. How you doing?
No, it's primarily
Twice as much.
yeah.
Damn.
Oh wait, so gotta shoot one for like a 45 or
Okay. Well, the SPRS would be the 5.5.
I took this video. That would have been a cool one.
It's a high cool.
bring your chair back.
I like that.
You can sit on this.
Want to get on this side of it?
I'm fine. Thanks.
Alright. Goes quick.
Sure does. Damn.
How'd that sound? It's our Mustang 23. That's neighborhood quiet. Takes a lot of the edge off.
The Henrys I'd like to have this. The tube. Yep. The tube, it's a lot easier.
We'll have to shoot the Henry and then we get these guys.
That's nice. Yeah. Low gas, no shoot. I think this might be from my PCM. Wow. More good will be confused.
Yeah, it's talk so many people.
Yeah, that's our green or blackout with our 762 Super.
That's nice.
Yeah, and those were supersonic rounds. Yeah, thanks.
I like don't blow back to the thing.
Super consistent ejection. It hit this five times in a row.
Yeah. Unlike that staccato, it just both of them.
Yeah.
Yep.
More ammo. You should all. So I think there's one mag for you there.
Maybe it's something I'm not used to yet.
But honestly,
Looks like the gas got you a little bit.
Yeah. Otherwise, y'all got some great products.
Thanks.
Thank you guys. Dust cover. You're ready to see ready to engage the target. That's very nice. You want to try again, huh? Nope.
Just a 9mm right there.
Oh, come on! So close! So close! Oh, the H, I'm sorry. That's the last time we were standing there watching. All right, what are we talking about?
Pick the best one.
Same thing as that. I don't know what happened to the last one. Hey man, shooting your hand. You got a hat and everything, right? Yeah. You got a hat? Cool. All right.
Back on that. Pull it up into the center of the gun. There you go. sorry not to touch it. No, so the company's called Numa, E-N-U-M-A. K245 by SARS. I think we've been running like a champ today. Osprey 45.
Yeah, one more.
Hope y'all enjoyed this video coverage of Suppress Fest 2023. Now, as I would put it, as a last minute year shuffle, it was pretty decent for what we had. So it's like this. Hopefully for Suppress Fest 2024, we actually have a 2-day event and not a 1-day singular event. Otherwise, besides the hiccups and the slow line to be able to actually get into the event, it was amazing. Let's get to the vendors and some critiques about how some did their things. I think there were like 2 to 3 other vendors within those pocket berms. Biggest problem is that there was nothing that say, we got stuff here. Hey, look at me, I'm Mr. Meeseeks. Come over here. Because I think Maxim Defense and then I think maybe Gemtech were there, but the lack of them having any like flag banners or anything like that did not convince me to go beyond Staccato. Some of those vendors need to work this stuff out and don't have this big stupid like wallpaper thing behind you that covers up a good chunk of the view so those vendors are not left in the dark. That's one caveat right there. If you saw in the video, halfway in between it, I went from having no ears to permanently putting my hearing protection on because Fightlight had some good stuff, but their Raider pistol that was an SBR, short barrel, and they had a pretty short can on there. As you can see me recoiling from giving my ear a break, a 5.56 SPR like that did some temporary hearing damage when doing that shooting string. So throughout that whole day, my right ear was like dulled out. Here we go again. We got vendors that are not using the right suppressor configurations on their demo products. This was not a 100% ear protection optional type event because all I can say is my hearing was damaged after the Fightlight experience. So if Fightlight watches this, put a longer can on that SBR Raider pistol, or a better idea, 300 blackout. That way you don't have as much of an issue. So that's my only caveat with that. But otherwise, those caveats with Staccato blocking the other vendors' views for me to go in there, and that Fightlight being a little too short on the suppressor, it was an awesome event. I really wish I could have went to the Thunder Beast booth and shot that Suppress 50 cal, but that line, literally from their little pop-up tent all the way down to where the actual firing line is, that's how long the line was. And it never slowed down, even during cold range times. It was consistently long because somebody figured out, hey, we got a 50 cal over here. So let's actually end this on a good note. Thank you to the NFA Review Channel and Capital Armory for sponsoring the event, and of course the Aries Training Facility for facilitating this event as well. Honestly, the way that the NFA Review Channel has set up the 2 past Suppress Fest events, it honestly just needs to stay that way, because during the NFA Review Channel days, it was a crapshoot, and you'd be lucky if you even hit about 2 to 6 vendors if you had the chance. Honestly, with it being a limited ticketed event, this works out a hell of a lot better, even with the government shuffle that we had for this year's event. But otherwise, I think it's time to wrap up this video. I would also like to thank Capital Armory for actually submitting my fingerprints for their system, because probably at the end of this year, I will be finally buying my first 2 suppressors. Not 1, but 2. because if we're gonna wait for about 8 to 10 months, I might as well be waiting for at least 2 items to come back. So otherwise, that's all I have to say about the Suppress Fest 2023. It was a great event, even if it was one day. Open for 2024, it's actually a 2-day event without any more government interference like this year. So let's just wrap this up. I have been the man in the Molly Vest. It's time to gear for the next video, whenever that may drop, and I'll be seeing you all on the front lines.